The main story is called Horizon Adventure, and this takes you through the game unlocking festivals by going on adventures, one of which you are seeing in the background right now to the Apex Festival, but your end goal is to make it into the Hall of Fame, which is the quote-unquote end of the story mode. And once you finish the story, that will be when a lot of us will just be getting started with our Forza Horizon 5 experience, thanks to a new feature called Accolades and some other additions which we'll get to in a moment, so hang tight. So you'll see in the very cool stylized campaign map here the different festivals and what are called chapters to unlock. For example, the familiar Goliath event returns as one of the chapters to complete at the main festival, and you can choose to spend these chapters how you like. You can finish out all the chapters in one festival and then move on to the next festival, or you can focus on opening up all the festivals first and then go back and complete all the chapters in them, or whatever combination in between works for you. You are free to complete it how you want, which is very cool, gives you a lot of freedom. To unlock these chapters, you need to complete the aforementioned accolades, and you can see in the top right corner the blue bar showing your progress to the next chapter unlock. There are thousands of accolades to complete.
Thousands of accolades.
And you by no means need to complete them all in order to be able to finish the story, and many of them are actually outside of the story. Rather, they give you the freedom to play the game the way that you want. So for example, if you are really into drifting and street racing, you can focus on those, or if you love making liveries and painting cars, you can earn accolades that way, and so much more. Like I said, there's literally thousands of accolades. They honestly remind me a lot of the challenges from the Lego Valley expansion in Forza Horizon 4, so if you're kind of struggling to imagine the types of things the accolades will do, I think those are kind of a good base to go from. I'm not saying they'll be exactly the same, but I think they'll be kind of similar-ish, but broken down into categories that you can see here in the background. I really love this, and I think that not only does it allow you to play the way that you want, it can also help encourage you to try new things, especially if you're one of those completionists, which I feel like I might be in Forza Horizon 5, or rather, I know that I'm going to be in Forza Horizon 5. The main story should last around 15 to 20-ish hours, and once you are done, the accolade system should really kick in as great endgame content to try and complete along with the car collection. So they refer to this new feature as kind of a sticker book for your car collection. You can see your progress within each manufacturer, and once you own all the cars from a certain company, you can earn a bonus that would range from a wheel spin to a special edition or Forza edition car. You can also buy cars from this screen with just the click of a button, making it very easy for you to fill out your collection or spend several million credits very quickly. So these two things together should provide that needed feeling of progression we have all been wanting in Forza Horizon games. And sticking with the progression theme, I also wanted to point out that the developers mentioned the snackability, if you will, of the content, meaning that you can jump into the game for 10 or 15 minutes if you are, for example, a busy dad or something, and still feel like you accomplished something and made progress in the game, which I think is really awesome and will help make it more accessible while also keeping the old school veterans of the series engaged. Quick side note here, one thing that was very subtle, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but they made the comment before one of the races they complete that they need to earn accolades in that race for their demo, saying that due to their finely tuned campaign balance, a win was required to move forward. And then later, after they finished second in that race, they mentioned having to do stuff in the background because they didn't win before they move on to the next sequence of gameplay. So that certainly makes me think that they have made the game a bit more challenging in terms of requiring you to actually win certain races, because in Forza Horizon 4 it practically didn't matter where you finished the race. So I think that's going to make a lot of people happy if that is kind of a theme throughout the game, which it definitely seems like it's going to be just from this little snippet. Again, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Let me know what you guys think down below. But circling back to the adventure events, I guess these are the missions, I guess I'll call them, where you go out and find the location for the next Horizon Festival you're trying to unlock. The developers called them kind of a cinematic driving experience with story elements that take you across the map, and you learn new things about the map along the way. You can play these in up to 6-player co-op, I believe, same as the rest of the campaign, so you can jump in and out of the story with your friends. And these adventure events, again, are kind of going to be broken up, so you'll have a destination to get to, you'll stop along the way. For example, here you stop at some ruins and there's some tasks to do. You don't have to do all of them. I feel like I'm definitely going to be doing all of them. That just seems like really cool to kind of do these things at your kind of checkpoint along the way. Once you're ready, you move along and keep going along with your adventure. So that's kind of a way that they broke up these adventures, and I really cannot wait to do these. I think these are going to be a lot of fun. I mean, again, it's looking so fantastic. This game is just continuing to amaze me with just how beautiful it looks. I mean, the storm just looks so visceral. I think they even said that in the stream, but you can see the trees blowing in the wind. There's branches and debris and leaves being blown around as you drive down the road. There's lightning going crazy in the sky. I mean, it feels super intense, and I cannot wait to experience for myself. I am just getting super duper hyped for Forza Horizon 5, and I hope you guys are too.